Hello there everyone, this is Mark 3 and welcome back to Industries of Titan, where the heat haze is going. The rebels have been dealt with rather effectively at the end of last time actually. I think I'm going to try and repeat that performance when I can. And everything is all fine and happy-dappy. I'm just recalling my last couple of ships and repairing them, though I'm going to leave these ships intact, at the very least. And we actually start getting going, because heck, we killed the pirates before we... well, rebels, before we even got any kind of logistics, like we don't have trucks or anything going yet. Because I just rushed 2 shipyards. That made things so much simpler. I think I'm going to try and do that for like any game I think I can get away with. Though, something to remember with that particular approach is it's probably going to get less viable as we get more rebel bases involved and higher difficulty, because you've got to remember, blowing up the rebels' stuff for some reason seems to annoy them a little bit. I know, rebels are very, very strange, aren't they? Yeah, I don't know why that would tick them off at all, but it's a thing, so got to be aware of that thing. Yeah, I can just put these 2 down immediately. Ooh, I can use the level 2s. Even better. Right. So we're going to pick up where we left off, since we are doing really well. I'll put you there for convenience. Yep. So, recapping our current corporate objectives. Hold isotopes, get defensive guns, batteries, influence and territory, and fuel stockpile. It would be nice if the fuel stockpile trait we have was more useful, but it genuinely isn't. I think I was quite accurate in my assessment last time, unfortunately. Yeah, just one for those, so might as well boost them. So yeah, before we get started in earnest, let's go ahead and pick up with the comment from last time. We have Happy Hafer. Actually, you know what? I can very reasonably just put the next floor onto my headquarters. I'll do that as well. Get more build area. But yeah, Happy Hafer says, that fuel generation trait feels like an unfinished idea. The debuff is implemented properly, but the storage fuel generation trait behavior is clearly a work in progress. Sadly, yes, but... why are you offline? Why is everything offline? Oh, because I'm out of fuel. Why am I out of fuel? What's going on? Oh, yeah. I don't know why everything just suddenly shut off, and I'm sure it's not going to cause any problems. I think... oh, I know why. It's because literally, while upgrading, you don't get the fuel regeneration trait either. Another flaw in that trait. So losing that passive was enough to tip the scales. What a painful quote-unquote bonus that is turning out to be. Very painful. But yeah, sadly, remember, I mentioned a few episodes back, which is, well, actually, more than half-ish or so back, I think now, that the developer developed a new game, had trouble, and so this game and the other game were kind of released somewhat unpolished. So, odds of a fix, I wouldn't hold that much hope. I don't know how the company's doing at the moment, but the fact they're in the situation to start with means it's going to be tough for them. I hope they pull through, but I don't know what they're doing, to be entirely honest. But anyway, yes, moving on. There is a second part to that. I suggest keeping at least one ship operational to scout the map and help plan your expansion better, since your vision is quite limited. That is... I have never actually done that, now that I think about it. I don't remember ever having done that in one of my games, because normally it's like there's a pirate presence. I keep my ships lingering about around the base if I've got them, and I'm just randomly growing for territory. But yeah, I guess that could be quite useful. Though there is the fact we've got the territorial card as well. Oh, there's lots of crevasses down here. But yeah, for some reason I've never thought of using my ships to actually scout. I've only ever thought of them as combatants. I honestly feel kind of strange for admitting to such a thing, but it is unfortunately also quite accurate. How are we doing in here? You're fine. You are actually cleaned up. We have more room for management. I should get research rolling as well, as soon as I can. There are some buildings and things out here. There is some decent empty space as well. I think I want to expand this way anyway because population. I want them away from the mining areas. And I'll just have a look around this area as well. So, yeah. Thanks for the suggestion to use these as scouts, actually. I was going to just strip the crews out of them and leave them idle. But, well, I do wish the Fog of War had a revealed but not currently visible option. Because it seems strange that this high-tech society can't map an area. I do want those relics there. There's also the ruin monument, of course, as well. I think going this way and this way is my expansion plan, at least for now. But first, let us get some roads. Because there's a lot of traffic. I guess it's time to try and figure out the damage, isn't it? I mean, I've got all these things over here. This is prime real estate for... Well, not for the silos and their little bonus, for just flat-out fuel turbines. The question is, how bad are they affected? That's something that we genuinely don't know about. I will claim this isotope patch and start mining it. And then, are you any good? Oh, you're a zethane generator. I want to keep you, actually. Which means I want... Scrap these ones down. I kind of want the isotopes there. And the minerals wouldn't be a miss either, but mainly the isotopes. 2 artifacts though. Artifacts. And apparently I've just caught some artifact patches over here as well, so assign those. I am actually starting to swim in resources because I don't have to worry about defences. Always a nice feeling in this game, to be entirely honest with you. But yeah, I think I will be expanding out this way, so command center will be along here and down here. Just try and start getting into this area, start cleaning some of it up. You're just plain obsidian, aren't you? I'll probably scrap you. Right, anyway, yeah, fuel turbine. The potentially Murph building. Let's build it and see. Alright, something else I'm also having to pay attention to is getting a bit of extra storage down. Why? Apparently my waste storage is basically full up, so everything's grinding to a halt that needs it. So mainly material refining, also clearing squares that have waste on them. That's less like a problem. So I've got the smokestacks. I'm going to start to build those too. Though I'm also heading very rapidly into a an energy crisis. I just can't afford to upgrade this power plant. The fuel is still ticklish, though actually they have just finished over there. That's good. Getting cost 2, give me a level 2. And then we'll see how much this thing generates. Oops. There we go. Power. Remember, I want command centers out this way as well. Okay, level 1 turbine online. Fuel generating 41. That's not too bad. I fact, I'm not entirely sure how that compares to standard fuel generation. Mainly because I can't remember how much the normal ones generate. I just slap them down and then just don't pay attention. So 41 is actually still just fine. I can work with 41. So yeah, maybe the penalty isn't that bad if it's being applied properly at all. So just leave it be. Leave it be. We are gonna be okay. That's it. This one though, I want you to store just waste. So you're just a waste storage stack. And then we're also going to get the smokestack firing up as well next to it. Okay. This is starting to look more and more like a city. Roads make the settlization. Why did I say settlization? I was going to say settlement, then civilization, and then it's like, no. And I just like, yeah, settlization. Brand new word, you're welcome. Actually, it's just a big whoops, but oh well. Still need more power. Though I have a feeling this is only going to get. Well, we're going to have to upgrade our production facilities and stuff as well. So, yeah, let's start retooling a little bit, get more resource processing going because we are running shy on some stuff, especially the minerals. Oh yeah, no wonder. We've only got the one level 3 and it's running dual duty. We've got plenty of citizens, we can afford to sort this out. Very good, very good. Our local terraforming efforts are well underway. I seem to be really going into for games with terraforming of late, haven't I? But yes, belching fumes of progress. The smell of progress, my dear friends. Yes. Though we have actually... Well, it's very rare that I do this, actually. Sometimes I do make linked factories, but it's very rare I expand them into another floor. But that's okay. We have now got this one running. It is doing... L2, L2... That's got 2 outputs, that's got 1 output, that's got a... Oh, hi!
All right, Paz, this ad is good to go. Finally. Thanks for following up on the notes. You can send the team one of my, I'm very proud of you all letters. This was a tight schedule, they deserve it. Next is the 30-second spot for Holo Watches. We're running this in partnership with Marshabek. Imagine this. The user checks their account balance on the watch. If it's negative, they get the ad. Wow, you're poor, move to Titan. But much kinder and more persuasive. Market research suggests that this confrontation with the empty bank account is a moment of self-reflection. People ask themselves, how did my life end up like this? It's a moment when they're open to reconsidering that life. Then we make our offer. Move to Titan. Next thing you know, they're buying a ticket. They're moving to Titan. I have high hopes for this ad, Paz. Anyway, get the usual kickoff meetings on my calendar.
Huh. Oh, well, I also need to assign employees to these things. Right. But, first off, he's coming across much calmer than he has before. He's learning, and then it's, wow, you're a poor move to Titan, but kinda. He's actually willing to listen to other people. He's learning. I'm proud of him. Well, not too proud, must admit. He is still, yeah, doing his own thing, really. Anyway, yeah, I want you to be another output, yeah. And I guess you have to reassign these things as well. Anyway, we actually have a dedicated floor now for mineral production. Yep. You will hold level 2s, you'll hold level 3s, and that's it. Sorted. Now floor 2, we'll just do the same, but this time I will go ahead and do... Yep, this time, and I'll go ahead and do isotope production up there. Then these two factories can actually be scrapped down. No, I've not expanded yet, but that's because I was focused on getting power plants up to speed, because we were low on power. We are not now, we can start to do the things. our growth is start. Oh, I forgot I built a smokestack over this way. The more the merrier, I guess. Actually, I'd prefer to use that one because it's a bit more remote. So yeah, let's stop you now. We can put an air purifier like right here, and then that'll deal with any I was going to say isotope residue. No, any smokestack residue, like pollution, before it gets too far into my city. At least that's my thought, anyway. Where is that? There it is. 1K. We need more people as well, actually. I think we're getting into the cycle of you must expand everything. And so it is good. Our factory is now outfitted with both floors, being with minerals and isotopes. So now we can go ahead and start scrapping these other two temporary facilities we had. We don't need them anymore. Let's. It's always a bit of an issue getting all the waste bins sorted out. Let's try dismantle all. And see how they cope with that, because normally I have to play the waiting game with it. Though, of course, it did scatter all of this stuff as well. Confirm, you are good. Of course, there's all the waste all over the floor. Hopefully that will auto-dismantle everything. Because until now, I've gone in, deleted a couple of bins, floors full of rubbish, and then had to back off and go to something else, so... Fingers crossed that sorts us out. That said though, let's go ahead and finally get our military control centers down. One over there, and one over there. Also some logistics would be good. There we go. Hey! We can begin our territorial ambitions. Oh, we've got the next tier as well. Hold tier 3 resources. More energy plants, that's fine. 7 command centers, we'll also grab that as I try to grab more territory. I'm guessing there'll be more territory to demand as well. We almost have fuel stockpiler. And I just flat out need energy depots for the other one. Though that said, something I've not done yet is get enough trucks, because all my trucks are in use. So let's actually go ahead and... You know what, actually. I was going to say buy the science lab, I've already bought the science lab, never mind. I keep losing track of stuff today, wow. I will explore new buildings, because I want to know what is in my domain. Also, this is the first time I've really looked at these buildings outside of the you know, heat haze and stuff, and it's like they've actually got this red rusted kind of appearance in them, haven't they, in this biome? Yeah, they're all red stained. I don't know, I just found that. I just noticed that suddenly. It's like, that looks quite interesting, actually. I'm not sure why they'd be rusted in a high heat area. That one I'm not so sure on. Okay, slight limitation on the dismantle all. It doesn't set to auto dump and demolish, so I do have to go in and redo that. They also don't destroy processors that are in the middle of doing something, and so they have minerals inside them, or whatever. I have to just deal with that as is. So yeah, it does work to a point, but you can't tag these things for future destruction, which would be kind of nice. In other news, we are actually starting to set up our research for the first time. Another tier 2 for that, please. But we can start research with the tier 1, and it'll be my first look at the tech web for this particular level. Okay, what do we got? We have got, straight off the bat, extra research efficiency. I wonder what I'm going for first. Maybe that one. Employee movement speed plus 20% is the next one as well. Wow. Some pretty powerful ones right off the bat. Can we queue these? No, we can't. But yeah. One thing at a time. Honestly, I'm just going to scrap military tech. I don't need them. And I've also not really been scouting with these ships either, I must admit. They've just been parked over this way and then left alone. More fool me.
Uncle, I'm surprised you accepted the call. Is that a soft spot I'm sensing, or have you finally gone senile? What, no pleasantries for your dear niece? Fine by me, let's get to the point then. Which is this? You have my money.
Oh boy.
Yes, my money. My parents put you on the will when it wasn't their place to do so, so I'm going to rectify that mistake. Rescind your role as the beneficiary, sign everything over to me, and this conversation won't have to start involving gunfire. Oh, please. Uncle, there's only one way a firefight between us would end. With me getting everything I want, as always, and you poked with more holes than a mining colony's ozone layer. No, Uncle, I'm not above using force. With something like this at stake, you'll find there are very few lines I won't happily cross. Think it over. Consider what's best for you and the future of this family. I'll be here when you have your answer. By the way, I hear you're due to give a talk at the Martian Environmental Conference. A prestigious affair, so I hear. Well, best of luck to you, Uncle. Is still a Gara, a lesser one or not, that name still means something to many people. I'll be tuning in from Titan. Try not to embarrass us even more than my parents have, will you? Goodbye.
Wow. Just wow. That is one dysfunctional family. Oh dear. Also, yeah, I should have checked before merging my office if it was work hours or not. Ah well. I've been struggling to pay my employees anyway. Employee wages is like 3,800, and with my original setup, I was only generating like 3,000 per day. So it's like, now I've doubled that. I should be back in the black as far as credit's concerned. It's just lucky this game doesn't actually recognise debt. Well, debt for us. It's probably rough for the workers that don't get paid on time, but you know, this is Titan. Who cares about that? I know that's yeah. Actually, money is a bit of a sensitive issue. There is also the saying, "Money is the root of all evil." Got to keep that in mind too. Right. Since the last skip, I have upgraded my power plants. Sorry, I've upgraded my power plants. I've upgraded my smokestack. I've spread out some more command centers since we have an objective for level 1 command centers. I've actually returned their ships to their docks a few minutes ago because, as I said before, I just wasn't really doing anything with them. So I figured, you know what, might as well just land them. They're still there ready to launch, it's just I don't know what I'd do with them. Though about that call though, if that's our rival that we're playing against right now, she's a very friendly sort. And very, very money oriented as well. Jeez, that is bad. 24. Yeah, I'll upgrade that. I never especially liked the upgraded storage facilities, to be honest. I've always preferred the level 1s, because level 2s is like, you've had this massive plate up on top, but there's no reason for it to not have more stuff stacked in the side, so... as you do. The other thing I've been doing is running the research web a little bit. And something I don't normally do is these, which is destroyed nodes. I think I mentioned this way back, but scrap a node and it unlocks all locked nodes adjacent to it. So it saves you on relics and it unlocks multiple routes at once. Though of course it does destroy the node that you scrap, so there is that too. Reduced fuel requirement for energy plants. Eh? I guess I'll take reduced waste conversion. I mean, that's okay. I've got a massive research bonus going on as well because of my number of labs. I'm going to keep doing that as well. I've got my space for another lab there. How are we doing? Gun turret, need battery banks. I'm waiting on credits, really. Last game we had a stable credit supply. This game, not really. We've got more than enough influence, though. In fact, I should be spending some more of that. Let's pick up the big monument. Ah, money. Money, 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 money. You wonderful thing. Getting that set up solved all our woes. We are flush with more credits. We can afford to pay our workers for the first time in little bits. And look at that. Between the increased population and 20% bonus to ad revenue, we are generating just over 12,000 a day. Lovely. We have the funds. In fact, let's go ahead and see, because we've also managed to build up a stockpile now of things. So let's get our turret out of the way. Now HQ, where the turret should be. I will go ahead and upgrade you. And then we'll have our 3 batteries online as well. The other thing money lets us do is lets us go ahead with our tier web. So we can see what we need for everything. So a boatload of fuel. We actually do need territory as well. And we need more command senders. Ooh. Territory command senders go hand in hand. More power plants. More resources stored in the form of isotopes. So I better get an isotope mine down. I've not done that yet. I've just been gathering things around. We're still... To be honest, making everything cheaper in the campaign overmap I think was a really good choice. It has made it so much easier to expand, and it's very, very frequent that I forget to actually spend my influence. I keep forgetting. Even though I could be spending it to get more stuff, I've just not been doing it. Look at that, we're actually out of influence for now. I'll be back before too long. And these guys are already full on power. Power overwhelming. There isn't anything for doing that, is there? No, it's purely on number of power plants after this. I might as well upgrade these 3 while I'm doing it, but yeah. Bit more power never hurt anyone. Well, too much power can hurt people, but I'm okay, I think.
Hey there, Founder. I just got back from a planning meeting, and boy, I got some stories to tell you. Apparently, in other cities, kids are daring each other to eat things out of the waste receptacles.
Ooh, that's not good.
I think 3 kids have died so far. All the waste on this moon is basically poison. Here on Titan, we don't have to store poisonous waste in secure facilities. If kids want to eat it, well, nobody's stopping them. This isn't even the worst teen thing I've heard about. You know, a few years back, kids were trying to climb up on landing pads during spacecraft landings.
What?
And then there's that classic ruin spelunking thing they do. That's very often fatal. The worst part is, most of these kids don't even have hospital rights here on Titan. So if they get sick, boom, they're done for. I'm glad my grandkids are back on Earth. The worst trouble you can get up to on Earth is, probably cybercrime. Cybercrime or graffiti, probably, or maybe identity theft. I don't know what kids do these days.
Kids on Titan don't have hospital rights. Speaking of, I don't actually have a hospital. I was planning to put one down, I just didn't. Yeah, let's put that down here by my main health area. Health area? My main living area, I should say. Very little traffic around here. I've had very little trouble with people dying. Though that said, I just I just glanced up and it's, oh, I lost 5 people at some point in the last half hour or so, which compared to the last game is really, really little casualties. Looks like it's just not being supplied. Okay, I need to get someone on. Yeah, I deprioritized cleanup, but I'm going to tell someone to start prioritizing keeping the smokestacks in stock. I think I might need more citizens. End of the day. Yeah, this stuff isn't getting cleaned up without the people actually being prioritizing on it. Okay, back up you go. Just to deal with that. We do actually have a gun though. So that's another objective that's about to be finished. And that will put us up to 10. Very nice. We aren't there yet. We've still got some things to go, but it's mostly like store fuel, build surveillance, store influence, and build power plants. So, build influence and power plants. No. What am I on about? Build power plants and command centers. There we go. Store influence, store fuel, store isotopes, and control a little bit more territory. And then this map will be ours with top marks. We are going very strongly here without the rebels interfering. Science lab power plant reduction. Probably a good idea. But yeah, I'm going to end it there though. So this has been Mark3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys have been enjoying the show. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps out me, helps out the channel, gives me those retro headbats I oh so crave. Oh, I never actually powered you up, did I? Yeah, and I'll catch you all some other time. Gonna have to stop building double power plants, actually. That'll be the best way to get the power plant one, just build single power plants. These silos can be doubled though. I decided I don't actually care about that fuel bonus they get.